So here's a look at the stuff that actually got strained out whenever I strained the sand through the kitchen strainer. You see all these pieces. Some of these are actually like limestone, some of them are rock. So who knows what would be coming out of your sandblaster. So here I'm drying out the sand that's been filtered. It's going to be drying out at 225 degrees Fahrenheit in the oven for about an hour. So here's my sandblasting cabinet setup so far. I bought this from Lowe's, 31 gallons. Prices go up and down, so this wasn't exactly cheap, but they never are. I bought PVC fittings. These are basically like gutter fittings, if I'm correct. So they have a 4-inch circular opening on the inside, and then they've got like a rectangular setup on the outside. Works perfect, and I basically cut out a circle out of the box and put those in. I'll be caulking them with silicone on the inside, so we'll see how that turns out. I basically had to cut a rectangular out. I bought a 11 by 14, 11 inches by 14 inches piece of acrylic to go up on top, and I've screwed it in so far. I'm going to put a couple more screws to offset it and tighten it up a little bit, but then I'll be siliconing it on the inside as well, just to make it fit exactly right. This has a locking top. This lock is pretty weak, but it'll work for the purposes of what we're doing here. You'll also see that I've got a fitting here which has my air hoses. What I did was I put a male and a female version of this. Not this tip. The tip is the same on the inside and the outside, so it's still a male air hose adapter, so a 1/4 inch air hose adapter. But this end right here is female on this side, and there's a male side on the other part that's sticking out. So we'll have a look inside and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if you take this off, you'll notice I lined it with weather stripping. Just one row of weather stripping just where when the case sits down. It's a little more airtight. I'm not expecting it to be perfect. I'll do this outside. I'm not doing this inside, just to limit the amount of air that's coming back at me. What you'll see also is, like I said, the air hose here. You have another male end sticking out, and like I said, it sticks out through the container and the female part attaches. So I've got a female adapter here just for if I ever have to take the tool out. It's easy to do. I bought a 8-inch piece of hose that's very flexible for its size, so it allows some mobility in here. And also this sandblaster kit. Right now it's the number one bestseller, whatever, on Amazon. So I just ended up getting that. It's got ceramic tip on it on the inside. So I'll pipe in my air, and it sucks in with the Venturi effect from this container right here, the Gatorade bottle. So I just put a hole in the top of the Gatorade bottle. I made sure it's got a little bit of a vent up top here. This is basically 2 pieces of tubing. One is crimped around the other, so it's held in place by these pushes. This comes with the sandblaster kit itself, but I didn't put my hose all the way down to block this, because that way it'll allow air to escape from the bottle, or to go into the bottle, should I say. You'll notice these PVC pieces right here. I'm going to caulk around this edge with silicone, like I said. But I bought these gloves from Harbor Freight. You kind of can't beat them. There's 2 different kinds. One was like 1 inch longer. I ended up getting the shorter ones just for price. And I'm happy with the way these are. If I stick my hand in through from the outside, so I'm just going in straight, and you see that I've got pretty good range of motion. Now it's not like I can reach across to the far left side with my right hand, but I shouldn't need to. This will basically be able to pick up the gun and spray anything over this way. I do have some wasted space over this way, but I really don't care. This is gonna be for small objects. It's not like I'm trying to do a whole car or anything like that. I'll basically be able to hold an object here with my one hand, manipulate it, turn it around, and shoot it with the other hand. So this was just the piece that I cut off the top. I just had it in here for right now. As far as these gloves, I just put pipe straps around, and you'll see that's the edge of the PVC right there. So this isn't going to come off. I'm not going to be really rough on these, and I can adjust it if need be. I did drill 2 holes so I could wrap a zip tie around this. So that way I could hold this in place and keep some structure. I put another one right here, which is what you see coming through on the outside. Future plans, basically I got a order coming in today. I'll put a vent and a vacuum. So I'll basically hook up like a shop vac, probably to this side since I'm shooting over this way. And I'll have a clean air intake on this side somewhere, probably down low over here. So where any air comes in, it's filtered. It's like a computer mesh screen, like 4" by 4", I believe. And that'll allow airflow into this container. And then I'll have a vacuum over here that'll suck air out. And of course this will be pushing air in as well. So the whole system should be pretty negative with a strong vacuum suction pull. I'm not trying to filter anything. Again, I'm working outside, so my vacuum will just be straight out. And I'll probably put a little filter or at least a block over this where sand from this doesn't just go directly into the vacuum. But vacuums are made to clean up sand, so it's got a filter on it as well. And if nothing else, if I see a lot of dust, I'll put a mask or something over the exhale port on the vacuum. So we'll see how that goes. And here I put the dust cover in. Basically cut a hole about a little bit smaller than the circle you see here. And these screws screw right into this. I had to pre-drill just about the width of the shaft of the screw. That way the threads could actually take part. PC screws are flat on the end. They're not actually pointed tip. So they had to be drilled first before you could actually screw them in place. But this holds in just fine. I also siliconed everything. I'm letting it sit right now. But basically siliconed around the edges of this and then around the edges of the glove, the PVC. I didn't silicone around this just because I might save these in case I need to switch that out for any reason. And I know there'll be a lot of movement and such with this, with the gun on the inside. So I'll just let that be. I also cut a hole, if you can see it, for the vacuum. So those are all done. So here's my final setup. This is a Yeti cup, basically all taped off, and then vinyl stickers applied for the cameo silhouette. I don't like the cricket. You can't do your own designs. So this one is designs that I put on there. So this is the Firefly ship from the Firefly show. This is the Serenity, I guess is the name. And Serenity with the logo that they have for the show. So I was going to put these on here just like as a personalization, so I can tell my Yeti cup from everybody else's. Of course, we had the finished setup, and like I said, I caulked everything with silicone. So there's silicone around these joints. There's no holes leaking out here. I've got the vacuum, which I'll set up in just a second, put in this hole, and this strap just kind of supports it so where it doesn't hold down so much weight. On this side, you've got the air grill cover, which will allow for fresh air inside there. I'll wear the mask protection. Silicosis is an issue because I'm using sand, so I don't want to breathe that in. I'm a respiratory therapist, so I know better. But this is an N95 graded mask. That's one of the top quality masks that you have to have for ultrafiltration. And it's got a valve on it. These are just simple from like Home Depot or whatever, Home Depot or Lowe's. But the valve allows you to breathe out, but then when you breathe in through the actual filter itself. So it's very easy to wear. So yeah, I shouldn't have too much air that I could possibly breathe in, but just in case it has leaks or whatever, I don't want anything happening to my lungs in a couple years. So, yep, we're going to get started in just a second. So this is very hard to film, but basically I'll show you the inside. You can see my camera. But yeah, this is the way it looks from the inside. It's kind of hard because it's really bright outside right now. So I don't know how well you can see this.
So for this entire project, I ended up using about, half a bottle, 2/3 of a bottle of the sand. You saw how high it was whenever I first started. I think it was up almost to the surface, but it turned out really good. And you can see all the sand that's in the bottom. I'll be curious to see what's left over in the vacuum, see if it actually picked up anything. But there was a lot of airflow through this. I stuck my hand on the outside of this, and there was a lot of airflow being sucked in, so that was a good thing. Means this was a negative system, and we're doing pretty good. So I don't think anything was actually coming out anywhere near the top, near my face, or for me to breathe in. One thing I might change is this adapter. What I've got is a regulator here, which I had set to be 100 psi. You can see it's a little bit over right now because it's pressurized again. But I could adjust this to turn this down, and I'd always set my regulator on my compressor to be about 20 above whatever I was going to set my nozzle. You've also got an oil and water separator, so that's in here as well, just so there's no extra humidity. And this is at the end of the line. Some people put these at the front, but from what I've read, you want to give time for the rain out to happen. So this will catch it right before it goes to the tool, which is perfectly good. So now I'm just taking off the painter's tape and any of the vinyl, and you can see already how the logo is starting to come out. So I'll just work on this for a couple minutes and take all this stuff off. So this is how we turned out. Not too bad for my first time ever doing this. That image turned out really good. I was really quick on how to do it. There are some areas, if you look really close, where the sticker started to peel up, so it's like a different tone. So you got the shiny and you got the blasted, and there's like an in between. And did a couple spaces on here, this side too, because I wasn't sure whenever I was doing it how long I needed to blast on each thing. Basically, this stuff's really quick. And you want to blast straight on as good as possible. And I probably kept the nozzle about, I don't know, probably 3/4 of an inch away from the surface. And I used 100 psi is what I ended up using. Now seeing this, I'd probably go back down to 80. I started at 60, went to 80, went to 100, all on this logo, and then did this on all 100. But like I said, this is done really well. It feels really good. It's etched, and it makes it really easy to see. So now, like, we just had a trip up to North Georgia, and we all had Yeti cups, and mine didn't have any markings, so I ended up, drawing on the bottom of it with just a marker. I'll take this off with some alcohol, but just so I could see, hey, mine's different than everyone else's. So that way I wasn't drinking after anybody. But now, mine is personalized. This is my cup, and we're good to go. And as far as warranty goes, like, I don't care about warranty. This thing is solidly made, vacuum sealed, double wall lined. It's just a good cup. 40 bucks, 30 bucks, whatever, that is expensive, but you're gonna notice, like, you use this cup like pretty darn often. So I think putting a little special touch on it, that's good for me. I didn't want to engrave it because I didn't want to risk puncturing the metal at all, and I figured that would give too much of a scratchy texture as it engraved, and I can't engrave this good. So now here I've got perfectly good logos, and they look awesome. So I will be having this for a lot longer to come. So anyway, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoy making your own.